Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another spring cleaning video. As you guys probably know, here on my channel I am currently in the process of spring cleaning, doing some declutters and organising things around the home. Basically, I feel like spring cleaning is one of the perfect times to just sort through the things that maybe you haven't sorted through yet, just, you know, so that you feel nice and fresh before spring finally arrives. As we're having kind of up and down weather at the moment, which is normal with this transitional period, I find that it's actually the perfect opportunity to get myself and my things together. So today we are bookshelving. Today I'm going to go through my shelves, which you don't often see, but actually, can you kind of see here? Yeah, you can. Here I cannot see my viewfinder, which is why I had to like touch it to see if I could still see my hand on screen. But anyway, here is technically my filming setup, I suppose, and I just keep it here all the time because I can't be bothered to dismantle and build it all the time. So yeah, there's quite a lot to go through, and I'm worried that if you can see this, you can also see my biscuits. No, you can't, but pack of biscuits anyway. So yeah, definitely need to do some sorting through. Most importantly, I want to sort through my books here at the top. This is definitely what I want to go through, but I want to try and bring some down to this shelf as well, where I am reading more and finishing more books. I need some more space for them. As you can see, this one is full. This is where I keep books I have read. I do have a separate shelf where I keep books on my TBR, which if you are interested in the books on my TBR, then I have filmed a video sharing those, so I will leave it linked for you so that you can have a watch of that if you are interested. But for today we are tackling books. We are tackling, I suppose, some perfumes, some other books, some candles and things, and then just a huge bunch of miscellaneous stuff here, as well as my little filming setup. So a little bit of everything in today's video, but I hope you will enjoy it. So I've had to bring you lower so that you can fully see the shelf. We're gonna start here and I think work our way up. This is why declutters are necessary. I've just found a lipstick that I got this Christmas, which I need to, pop into my lipstick storage. It's a Pat McGrath lipstick. It's my first ever lipstick from Pat McGrath. Oh my god, that looks amazing on camera. Every time I want to talk, I need to like crouch down so that you can see my face. But here I keep notebooks and things, and I do want to keep them there because I don't really have anywhere else for them to go. So I've also got these to add, and obviously they couldn't come any more this way because they're just taking up a little too much space on this shelf basically. And as I said, this middle section kind of has to stay for my camera. So yeah, space wise a few issues, but it's all right. I'm going to pop in these into my notebook section as well. This is actually a Christmas one. I used this for my content planning last Christmas and I didn't quite finish it, so I will keep this one to use again this Christmas. Usually I have a separate planner for Christmas because there's just so much content, like gift guides and stuff like that, which takes a lot of planning. So that's why I've got a 2021 diary here. I've got a 2021 goals planner as well, which I really want to use. This is from CGD London. It's really cute inside as well. And then this is a daily planner from Papier as well. This I got in, when did I get this? Black Friday sales, I think. I actually have a referral code for Papier, by the way, where you can get, I believe it's 15% off your first order. So I will leave that down below if you are interested. I'll be honest, not the most aesthetically pleasing, but we'll go with it. So the other bits I just need to pop in there are my little pencil pot. I've also got this, which actually inside has a diptyque candle, which I keep in here. This was an old candle pot as well. It's a nice marble one, so I keep these like that to keep them nice and safe. And then I've also got this little jar of lavender, which maybe I'll pop that on the side instead so that it's a little more out of the way. Honestly, just so much other like random beauty stuff there as well. Just kind of things that I reach for quite frequently, so I don't really want them in my drawers and I just have them here so they are easy for me to grab. But I am going to try and be good and pop these away into their respective drawers. Look how red my hands are all the time. It's so annoying. It's because my hands are freezing. More miscellaneous jewellery. I've got my glasses here as well, which I definitely need to keep a little bit better. I also had this box on the side. It's an old PR box, but it's a really cute one, so I thought it worked quite nice as a decorative piece as well. And this just holds loads of beauty minis. However, I feel like this could go to a much better place. It's kind of taking up space here, and I don't know, I just think it's a little bit unnecessary. I have a few samples that I'm going to pop in there as well. And yeah, I think I'm going to move this somewhere else, potentially into the bathroom, because I've got a like tin with minis, including like shampoos, moisturizers, shower gel, that sort of stuff, and this is mostly like skincare and makeup minis. So I think I'll just end up moving them all together. I haven't been using minis much recently. I'm sure you can imagine why. We're not really traveling that much, so I'm not reaching for my minis, but I will pop this into the bathroom. I think it will probably be much better in terms of me being able to space save some more here. Oh, and this is quite cool. This is from Pop Sockets, and it's one of their Burt's Bees Pop Grip Lips. So in here you can open it up, and inside it's got Burt's Bees lip balm, which I think is so cool. It's a really cool thing to just have on your phone, because it sort of takes away having to carry one extra thing, because it's like on your phone at all times. So I really like this idea. This is a little gold basket, which I think is really cute for storage, and I think I'm going to pop it right here, because then it will come out fairly easily, and I still think it looks quite nice. We'll see if I can make this work. I'm thinking potentially in here to have what's on my TBR for that month. So I tried to create like small TBRs as well on a monthly basis, basically on a rolling basis, so that I just know what I want to read next, and it's a little bit more compact, and I don't feel so overwhelmed going through my TBR with like 30 plus books in there, because I find that can be overwhelming at times. So it's nice to have like a reduced mini one, which I think I can pop in here, but we'll see how this works. With that said, there are still a few more things that I do want to pop on here, so I'll have to like figure things out. I've got my headbands, which were on top of that box, that I want to move away from here, but it means these need a new home. And also I've been keeping my little Instax mini up here as well, just so that I am inclined to use it a little bit more. I feel like now, as it starts to turn to spring and things, I'd quite like to use it a little bit more. So I have been keeping this out for that reason, but if anything I can just pop it down where all my camera equipment goes instead. But I would really like to have it on this shelf. So now moving on to the middle shelf, I am going to remove everything. I always think that's the easiest thing to do. If you can, just remove as much as you can do. This is a little reading light I got for Christmas, and I think it's really great. So I'll start with perfumes, which I feel like I need to give a mention to this Lancome La Vie Est Belle. This is the original one. Can you see? So nearly finished this. I think it's going to be like the first perfume I finish in my like adult age, which is very exciting. And then here I have a few others that I use frequently. This is another La Vie Est Belle. I've been using this one. It's the intense one though, but it's still really nice. This is Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb, and then this is Britney Spears Fantasy, which is my like teenage scent, and I just love it, so cannot part with it. Told you I love La Vie Est Belle. These trio of candles I have had for the longest time, and I've never burnt them. They were from Peexo, but what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to finally burn them. I've had them for like decoration and stuff, but because I feel like I'm not going to save them, or I'm not going to keep them up here anymore, I can probably finally burn them. Kindle here as well. And then these are what I would call like coffee table books, I suppose. So, oh, what's this? Oh my gosh, this is so cool. My friend, oh my gosh, everything almost fell. My friend gave me this for Christmas. What's it called? It's called a walnut. And you sort of use it to, when you're reading, to like hold the pages open, which I thought was really good. And these are the books, like I said, coffee table books. So they might leave my bookshelf, because I feel like I've been holding on to them, or I feel like I've been keeping them as like decorative items basically, but I essentially need my bookshelf to be a bookshelf again. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet, but we will see. When it comes to perfumes, I do still want to keep them here, because it's nice for me to just come here, grab my scent and put it on. So I am going to instead put this little gold tray, which I got from H&M if you're interested, put this here, and then try and pop my perfumes on top of it. It might be a little bit harder for me to like grab and reach them, but I think in terms of space, it probably makes a bit more sense and is a little bit more space saving. This is a mini Lancome Isole perfume, which is one of their latest perfumes. It's so diddy. I love the mini size. I've also got the full size, but I actually think the full size is quite a big one, and I don't generally use like finish up perfumes that much, so I think this mini size is actually perfect for me. So I can slot this in here very nicely. So I have 5 perfumes there, and honestly, I think that's fine for me. I have like other small decorative things as well, which just don't know what to do with them, so I think I'm gonna have to put them back. This one is a photo frame, me and my boyfriend. Here's a little Polaroid as well from the summer. This is a little faux cacti plant. Definitely needs a dust. Gosh, I feel like I don't dust these shelves enough. And then I have this mug. I love this mug so much, so I don't actually use it as a proper mug, like I don't drink tea from it or anything. Inside I've just got some mini perfumes, which I suppose I would just leave like that. These candles are so popular right now, so this is just like a female form, and this is a shell. The issue is that the wax can sometimes like smudge on the shelf, so that's not great. I'm gonna have to put something under them, but I will do that another time. I suppose we can call this little section my decorations section. So before I move on to this side, what I'm going to do is actually remove all the books from the top as well, because essentially what I want to do is split these up between the two in a way that works. Unfortunately, this side here is the space is too small to have my books upright, which is really annoying, because that's ideally how I would keep them, but it just doesn't work. I can't really move around the shelves because, as I said, this is essentially like my filming setup, so it can't be any lower than that. Otherwise I won't be able to film with my camera here, and this just works for me. So I am instead, I think, going to do them this way, maybe 2 rows of them like this, and just stack them upwards, which I think will work just as well, to be honest with you. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, but obviously I don't have enough to fill up both yet, because these are all the books I've read so far. It's not overflowing. There aren't any that are missing from here. The last book I finished was this one. It's Carmen Maria Machado's Her Body and Other Parties, which, to be honest, I didn't love it. I only gave it 2 stars on Goodreads. I just didn't I don't know, I just didn't relate to it. I didn't enjoy reading it. I thought it was quite dark and like it was just quite a hard read. It was quite difficult, and I personally didn't enjoy it. Currently I'm reading Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, I would say. So thoroughly enjoying this one, although I would say that you will probably enjoy this more if you have some sort of Hispanic background, or if you have an understanding of Spanish, because there's actually quite a lot of Spanish in this book, weirdly, which isn't something I thought, or something that I knew before getting this book. But it's okay for me. I'm Portuguese, so I know Portuguese, and Spanish isn't too dissimilar from that, so I can grasp it, I can understand it. But I imagine someone who, you know, doesn't know Spanish, or like has no idea what those words mean, to just be like, what's going on? Why is some of this book in another language, basically? But I'm finding it really interesting, really enjoying it. I only started it like a day ago, and I'm already halfway through. It's very easy to read though. Like, if you can see, the whole page isn't full of words. It's literally like 4 words a line or something. So it's written in quite an interesting way, but I'm really enjoying it. So I think I'm going to rate this one highly. But anyway, that was a tangent. What I'm going to do now is remove all of my red books from above. Also, I just remembered that I recently picked up some new books as well. These were all free. They were all from neighbours giving books away and stuff, and I decided to go and collect some of them. So these are going to have to make it onto my TBR shelf as well, so quite a lot to add there too. I will show you that shelf after if you are interested in that, but I'll quickly go through them because these weren't in my TBR video. So I've got Zadie Smith, The Autograph Man. I've got Sophie Kinsella, My Not So Perfect Life. Rennie Eddo-Lodge, Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. The Rosie Project, Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas, which actually I already have, so I'm probably going to give this one to a friend. Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. My Sister the Serial Killer. Educated by Tara Westover, which I think is what I'm going to read next. And then, oh my gosh, okay, so I had no idea that this book was as big as it is, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't think I realised what it was, but this is massive. This is called Letters of Note, Correspondence Deserving of a Wider Audience. But this just, I had research before just to see if it was something that I would actually really like. And it looks like it's basically just letters, like old letters that people have written to each other, and I just think it's really beautiful. Like, what a beautiful book to sort of flick through. I think it's, again, probably like a little coffee table book or something, but I thought this was really beautiful, so I'm actually very happy about this one. Might not fit onto my bookshelves, but definitely one I'm going to hold on to. Setting those to one side for now, let's go through what I already own. Okay, so this is all of them out here, which always looks like way more than when they are stacked on the shelf. But yeah, I don't exactly know what I'm going to do. I had them in colour order before, which I think I'm going to continue to do. I think I'm going to keep them in colour order. At the top, I'm just going to try and do one back row and then move them down. I think I'd rather have this shelf filled up than that one. I don't know, we'll see how we go. But I'll start off with the reds. I suppose they're exactly how I took them down, the reds and the pinks. So I think I'm going to keep most of them. I think I can't go through them all because we'll be here all day. But what I'll do is I'll just put them back into their respective places. How annoying, you can't see that one. Can you see it now? No, sorry, it's the angle. But I'm going to put everything back into their respective places, and then I'll let you know if I'm choosing to get rid of any of them. This is Ordinary People by Diana Evans. Really enjoyed this. However, this isn't mine. This is actually my friend's and she let me borrow it. So I'm not going to be adding that back into my stack of books, but I did really enjoy it. The colour I have the most of are actually blue books, which is a bit random. So they won't, I don't think they'll all fit there, like they definitely won't all fit there. So I'm just going to try and like choose the ones that are similar. This is kind of like a little turquoise blue. We'll start with that, I think, and then we'll see. Maybe the darker colours can go elsewhere. I'm not too sure, but I quite like a colour coordinated bookshelf. Like I really think it just looks nice. Not sure about that. I think that's okay. The green book on the end though, not sure about that. It's annoying me a little bit, but we'll see. This one's just a little book. It's the 'Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas by Adam Kay. So I'm just going to pop it up here. It is like a little bit annoying, but it's fine. So the hardbacks I'm going to organise here, I think, back to where they were. I'm not going to move them around because I actually think they work quite well here. So I will keep them where they were. Happy with that. This side for now I'm going to leave clear just because, as I said, I want to fill up here. So with the remaining books I have, which are kind of boring colours in hindsight, but it's fine. The remaining books that I have, I'm going to keep on this shelf. So these are the whites. So it doesn't fit loads of books. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could probably fit 7 here, which is okay. 7 here and then 7 in front. I'm sure I could fit. Yeah, see, that's what I'm imagining. A stack behind, a stack in front. But for now, I'll put a stack side to side, I think. I think that's what's going to make the most sense for me right now because they are just like a little bit more compact. And then it means I've got these 2 front rows that I can still use for other stuff if I need them. I think this is it. I don't know, what do you think? I'm unsure. I don't know if I should have instead the like pink and bright colours out because they look so nice, don't they? Maybe I could just move this to this side, but I didn't really want to have 2 stacked versions on top of each other. I'm just going to twist it around, aren't I? I'm going to switch it. Ta-da! So much happier with that. I think that looks much better. What do you think? Just like having a pop of colour. I think it's really nice. So I have started the front section with Feminists Don't Wear Pink, which is a book I've had for a while, but I read a bit of it, but I haven't finished it. I feel like you can dip in and out of this anyway, but yep, keeping that there. And then any new books I read, I will pop here. Below, instead of doing colour, it is kind of coloured, but instead of that, I did put white books here, like white covers here. I don't have many of those, so I thought they'd go well here, but eventually I might move the white ones up here when I start filling up the bottom. So here what I did instead was just put some of my favourite reads, so books that I have read and really enjoyed and that I recommend and things. So I thought I would put them here so that they are easier for me to see, easier for me to access as well, just in case friends of mine want to borrow for whatever reason and things like that. I thought it'd be quite nice to just have them here, so that's what I've done. They're a mismatch of colours, to be honest, but it's fine. Like I said, as I start reading more and putting them to this side, I will move the white books up and etc, etc. It will all move anyway. It's like always in action. Does that make sense? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's that. And I did say I would let you know the books that I am not going to hold on to, only 2. I do really enjoy the books that I read, and I do really want to like keep them, especially the ones that I have read, because I think it's quite nice to be able to lend them to friends and things. So yeah, keeping those. These 2 are books that I just didn't really enjoy, so I'm going to see if any of my friends want them, or if not, I use a website called Book Swap, where you swap books with other people. They can request books from you and you pay like delivery fee, and I believe it's £1.15 per book. I have a referral code there if you want to join. I will leave the code down below, the link even down below. But these are the 2 that I think I'm going to pop on there. The first one is The Doll Factory by Elizabeth McNeil, and the second is Cross Her Heart by Sarah Pinborough. A few other book related things that I want to pop back. My reading light, which I feel is quite a granny-ish thing, but it actually does come in handy, so keeping that there. It clips on really handily, which is great. Handily, is that a word? It's handy. Then I've got my walnuts, which I'm going to keep. I don't actually know if this is called a walnut or if that's just the type of wood. I don't know. I'm going to show you what it is though, so that you guys can see, just in case you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. So it looks like this, and then for example, when you're reading, you can put this on whichever thing you usually read with, but essentially it like keeps your book open whilst you're reading, so you can just use this. I thought it was a really good idea. I've also got like a bunch of bookmarks here as well, which do actually come in handy. Most of them were from my Rare Birds Book Club subscription. Every month with a new book, you also get sent a bookmark. They're paper, so you can recycle them if you want to, but I reuse them with my books and things. So these are little things that I use, I suppose, but not necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing. But I'm just going to pop them here because, like I said, I do use them when I read. Something else I need to put back is my Kindle. Usually I read my Kindle at night, like before I go to sleep, because I find it quite relaxing to read, but sometimes I don't want to have like my big light on, or I don't want to be holding a big book. So I find my Kindle really great. And also there's stuff like Amazon First Reads, where you can get 1 free Kindle book a month, and then if you are a Prime member, if you've got Prime, then you can also get like a certain amount of books for free as well, which is really great. It's a great way to read some new books. I've been using it loads, so yeah, really like it. This is just the cheapest one that they do as well, and I think it's really good. From the books that I said were sort of my decorative books, I might keep a couple of them out. I'll keep out Alexa Chung's It. This is a really nice book, and it also fits here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to remove this again. Not sure where that will go yet. But Alexa Chung's It I really enjoyed. The rest of these, to be honest, I think I can probably like pop away in storage, and then maybe if I have more space at some point, I can keep them out. This is How to Be Parisian. This is Kintsugi. This one is In Paris, and this one is Dress Your Best Life. I've also got this cool one, which is Where's Carl? Kind of like Where's Wally, but you're looking for Karl Lagerfeld instead, in like fashion places, which is quite cool. And then also a Vogue colouring book, which I got when colouring books were all the rage, and I've done a little bit of colouring, not too much, so I can still use this one. And so this is where I keep my TBR books, my books to read. There's a row there, a row here, and then these, which are the bigger style books that I have. So yeah, let me add my others, and then I think I will choose a few to be on my TBR. Onto my new TBR, I picked 4 books, which I think is quite reasonable. Let's see if this is going to work. So I've got Educated by, you can't see, Okay, so as I was saying, you've got Educated by Tara Westover. Then I'm also going to add Americana, Red, White and Royal Blue. And I've also got The Secret, which I want to read, to manifest a house in London. Okay, here we go. This is it. I hope you guys like this video. This is how I have decided to organise things for now. I have the bottom, actually, can you see these little ribbons and things? These are all annoying me, so I'm going to either tuck them in or swap it around. But I can't be bothered now. I feel like I've done this for a long time and it looks okay for now. It's just a minor tweak that I have to do, so I will do that later. Here I've got my camera as usual, and then some little diaries and things over there that I use from time to time. Here in my little gold basket, I have made it my TBR stack, so I've got the books that I want to read next in here. And I actually think this is quite nice because I can remove this if I want to and stuff, so that's cute. I don't think you can tell, but I also popped my Instax in here too because I just felt it was a bit more covered and a bit more secure that way. Here I have kept my little gold dish of perfumes, which again I can bring in and out easily as well whenever I want some of the perfumes that are towards the back. That Lancome one is not enjoying standing, but it's fine. Minor details. Here I just kept some other little trinket dishes and things that I had and had nowhere else to put them. I've put my headbands here, but I think these will eventually move into my wardrobe probably, or just somewhere else. But for now they fit here and I think like they're quite pretty as well. So they're fine living there. Kept some books here, so moved some down into here. And at the top we have much more room, so I will be able to fill up this with the books that I read as and when I read them. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I do have some mess of things that I removed from here and now need to find new homes for. I feel like when you declutter one section, you're always gonna end up with like mess and mess and mess. It's like a real ongoing process. But with that said, very happy that this is looking pretty, at least in my opinion. I think it definitely needed a bit of a declutter and we did that today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying my spring cleaning series so far here on my channel. If you are, please give this video a thumbs up so that I know you're enjoying it and you want to see more spring cleaning videos from me. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, a very big thank you for watching and I will see you all soon. Bye.